This just came flying out. Sometimes when I'm shuffling, I like hit one and it goes across the table. This one's about flying. There could be some movement today. Some swift movement. Some communication, perhaps. Some travel. Page of Wands and King of Wands. Lots of wands on the table so far. Okay, we have Page to the King. There could be a King of Wands character, a torchbearer out there. Hide my torchbearers. Look, fire on the mountain. He's excited about something. This is setting off on a new adventure, setting off on a trip. Something about this. He could be traveling. He could be planning some sort of communication. Could be messengers. Okay. Could be a messenger. Page of Cups. Let's see if he comes back up. So we have a torchbearer on the table. King of Wands. He usually just represents us. Usually the masculine character. It doesn't have to be. We all have the active way that we rule with our fire. This is definitely action oriented with the king of an active element and the 8 of an active element. Pages are usually receptive. It's before we take the action, but looks like action is happening. Nine of Cups. 10 of Cups. The Lovers. 2 of Wands. Someone's got a decision. Crossroads. This is the ultimate decision with the Lovers. It's the ultimate decision. When did this get so serious, guys? We want this to be upright because we're not ever going to get here. You're not ever going to get to your happily ever after. You're not ever going to get the emotional fulfillment. You're not ever going to get that unless you get here first, unless you get content first, unless you become happy with where you are. This is energetically how it works, how we get to the next level. Now, I was trying to explain this to someone yesterday. The way that the Rider-Waite and Smith illustrated, Rider-Waite Smith, what most tarot creators have based their cards off of, all the minor arcana images that are on the card, it's based off of the Rider-Waite Smith, right? The way that they illustrated the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, it's not actually the 10. It's the very, very end of the 9. 9 starts off with not having it all. 9 starts off with a little bit of a lack. But if we can truly get to the comfort and the wholeness of it, the completion of it, if we truly feel comforted and content and grateful for where we are right now, with or without this, with or without the thing that we want, the manifestation that we want, that's when it will come. That's when it will come. Most of y'all know that I refer to my collective as the torchbearers. That's us. We're the ones who are not afraid of going off into the unknown, who aren't afraid of the dark, who aren't afraid of the future. Okay? And we're the ones that are going to carry the light for the others. We're the ones that will have gone through our own darkness first. Okay? So this does represent you no matter who you are. This can also represent someone in your world. You know? Could be a fire sign. Does not have to be, but you have to use your discernment. This could be you. It could be someone else. Probably both. In order to get to your 9, to get to your 10, to get through the 9, you need 7, to get through 8, to get to 9. You need to have faith. You need to take a risk. You need to be brave. 7. Things are not clear. Things aren't always clear. Sometimes we just have to go in faith. You see how she's meditating in this one? All right. What's the 9 of Cups about? 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands come in reverse. Someone's not content. They're not looking on the bright side. Please clarify. King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Someone really wants something very badly here. Someone has a really strong desire with the Page of Wands, the King of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands. It's a lot of passion. It's also, there's a lot of emotion here. He's also the King of Cups. Now, this could be 2 people. Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. There's a choice. What is this? Is this 2 different people? The Emperor. I think it's just one person, okay? Since the Emperor is coming out, I do believe that... It's always so hard to say. I think it's just one Emperor here who's embodying both the wands and the cups. Okay? So recently I had this whole download about the swords and how really they do go in order. It kind of goes fire, water, air, and then pentacle. Then it goes back around again, right? The pentacle is what we create. You know, first there's the thing that comes. First there's the, where is it? First there's the opportunity, right? First there's the inspiration. We get lit up inside by something, by someone. Something turns us on. I just saw 444 on the clock. Something turns us on. Something inspires us. Something, we have a desire. We have a desire. This is the boner card, right? It gets us out of bed in the morning. That's what I call it. Okay? Then we check if there's cups. I'm not seeing the Ace of Cups yet, but I do see the Nine of Cups, which is similar to the Ace of Cups. I can get to that another time. But then there's the water. Then there's the way that it makes you feel if you go after it. Some people will just turn away from their desires right away. Oh, there's something that I want? Geese may be significant. Wonder if there's a goose card. Someone's the golden goose. Someone is someone's golden goose. I don't know where that just came from. Okay. Where was I? Oh, the cups. So then, if the thing that turns you on, if the thing that you desire also fills your cup, then you keep moving on, right? But then we start to think of it. Usually the fire and the water, they're pretty instant. This is usually just our sight, you know? If we're talking about a person or a thing in the distance, we see that from a distance. Oh, this is something that I want. I'm going to go after that. I'm going to go after that warmth. I'm going to go after that light. Okay? Then you start to feel it. Once you come around it, then you feel the water. Is there love? Is there spiritual connection? Is there deepness? Looks like this emperor has both of the first two elements, at least, when it comes to this thing. When it comes to whatever he is wanting to go after, whatever this decision is, this crossroads. Now, then comes the sword, right? Then comes the sword. Then comes how we think about it. This part is more up to us. This part, was it in the Marseille Tarot? So this is key. This is actually something big. I'm getting a download here. Look, there's the Magician. I gotta find it. Holy shit. Getting a download on the air. Okay, Pentacles, not a gift. Pentacles, not a gift from God. I mean, it is, but Cup. No, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm discovering something right here with you guys, because no one else is putting this shit together. This is how I got my toad code. Do you understand that? This is how I actually figured this shit out. I studied it in the original deck. It's not even like the original. This one, the Rider-Waite-Smith, was created in 1909. It wasn't that long ago. This is the oldest. The Marseille Tarot is the oldest full deck that we have still in print. It's originally from 1751. And in this original deck, they didn't put the hands. They didn't put the hand of God or whatever coming out for the receptive elements. They put the hand of God coming out for the active elements. So you see how the hand is coming out of the clouds and holding the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands? Okay, I'm pretty sure Jodo does talk about this, but I don't remember. For some reason, I was thinking that it was the cup and the wand that has the hand, but no, it's the two active ones. And it's because we can't choose how we feel. And we also can't choose how things end up. Once it becomes reality, then all we can do is change that. All we can do is look at it differently. All we can do is think about it differently, right? But we can choose to take the wand. We can choose to go after how we feel, go after the fire. We can choose to go after our inspiration. We can choose to act on our desires. And then once we do that, how we feel about it is not up to us. Okay? This is an indicator of whether or not to go forward or not. I've never said this before in my life, guys. This is an indicator. Okay? You see something or someone that lights you up, that turns you on, you go after them, you go see, is this for me? And then you can't choose how you feel, but it's something real. If it's not there, if there's no feeling when you try the thing, when you do the art, when you are around the person, when you do the job, when you do the whatever, if the water's not there, if it doesn't fulfill you emotionally and spiritually, then you should not even think about it. Then you don't go forward. You don't build. This is the Toad Code, right? Then we get to choose how we think about it, right? Okay, so say a person, this is why they call it the Lovers. Here's a Toadism. The Lovers is not a card of love. It is a card of choice, okay? When the choice is about love, it has everything to do with love. And it makes a really good example. So I use it a lot. That's why. It's the number one choice that we make. It's the most important fucking choice that we make in our life. It's the primary fucking split. What do you choose to look at, all right? But anyway, whatever this choice is, it doesn't matter. The Toad Code works for every choice. Down to every second. How are you thinking? Big spins and little spins, all right? So, if you go after the fire and the cup is there, and the love is there, and the feeling is there, the feeling that you can't help but feel. You can't help but feel what you think about the feeling. What you think about that feeling, that is up to you. That becomes your choice. Which way are you going to wield this sword? Are you going to think positively about it, or are you going to think negatively about it? Are you going to communicate about it, or are you not going to communicate about it? Are you going to think about it righteously or not? Because that's what creates the pentacle. It's our thoughts, the action of our thoughts and our words. Our thoughts and our words that determine our physical reality. Do you understand? I'm getting deeper with this fucking Toadism. This is such a good channel. It's gonna go on. I also came up with another really good one this weekend. Can't wait to share it with you guys. But, so, he put them all as angels. All as angels coming in. The Rider-Waite-Smith, they decided to put all of the aces from the hand of God. But there's a reason why it wasn't. There's a reason why, okay? So I'm not just going off of what everyone goes off of. I'm putting some pieces together, motherfucker. Okay. We have all of them all the time, but it does go in order, okay? It's what we think about it, all right? Are you going to go after what truly turns you on? What truly lights you up? What you truly want? Does it feel fucking good? Yes. Yes, it does. This thing inspires you. This thing fucking fills up your cup. Emotionally, there's love. There's passion here. There's creativity. There's obviously love. Emperors. But why are you not content? So we're holding on to this potential here. Okay. Please clarify the 9 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Yeah. Because he's not going after it. Okay, you don't have to be a he to be a king. It's usually the masculine one who is represented by the kings, but it's not gender, it's just energy, right? But pages hold the opportunity, knights act on them. There's been no action towards this thing that he really wants, okay? He's just kind of being apathetic about it. It could be about rejection. He could be rejecting something that he really wants, or he's just really thinking about it. Could just be really thinking about it, okay? Because there hasn't been action, but maybe there's action today with this coming out, right? That's the question. That's probably this choice, whether or not to take action, whether or not to move forward, whether or not to take that wand, and how to think about it. Because the wand's obviously there. Looks like this wand isn't going away. Please clarify. Please clarify the Lovers. The Hierophant. That was so fast. The Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant comes right before the Lovers. If you skip over the Hierophant, then you probably aren't going to make a very good choice in one big spin. In one big spin. If we're looking at one spin through the major arcana as one lifetime, then we're born at the High Priestess. We're conceived at the Magician. We're born at the High Priestess. We meet the mother at the Empress. We meet the father at the Emperor. We learn from our mother, number 3, at the Empress. We learn from our father, number 4, at the Emperor. And then we learn from our teachers, number 5. We learn from our religion, number 5. We learn from the traditions that are carried, number 5, the Hierophant. And then, if our parents are good, if our teachers are good, then we make a decision based on those, okay? But that's just one spin. That's just the first spin. We don't always learn and know how to make a clear foundation, especially with the religions that a lot of us have been brought up on. We need to make our own. Which teachers are you listening to? Okay? But it could be a decision about whether or not to have faith or not, about whether or not to move up in the world, about whether or not to have faith. It could be a decision about commitment, right? Because we learn from our institutions, we learn why people should commit. We've forgotten why. Most people have forgotten why, because they just did it blindly without knowing the reason. People started to just trust the Hierophant without listening to the why. And that's why people are rejecting it and going towards the devil. But anyway, commitment, stability, marriage, that sort of thing. That could be the question. That could be the choice. Just got one more. There he is again, that Page of fucking Cups. Yeah, maybe someone's deciding whether or not to be single or to take a cup. Or someone could be deciding whether or not to go back to school with the Hierophant. Whether or not to accept a different way with the Hierophant. There's the Ace of Cups. Guys, we have all the aces. We have all the aces on the table. And look, there's the devil. Which is it gonna be, motherfuckers? 5 or 15? Up or down? Up or fucking down? So for all of us, this is what it is. Okay? In the little spins, I might be picking up on someone's actual story here. But for everyone, we need to be moving up again. We need to be remembering why we need to have faith. We need to be remembering why we need to be good. Why we need to have morals and values. Why we need to base our decisions on that. Because they didn't tell us why. They just said, follow these commandments. Listen here, or else you're going to hell, motherfucker. Or else you're going to hell. Well, guess what? Hell is on earth. As the wheel spins faster, it becomes more immediate. We're having it more immediate karma. Okay? The more we wake up, the more that we realize things, the more that it happens faster. The more that our world around us becomes the hell we live in based on the choices that we make. Okay? This is the Toad Code. This is the Toad Code. You make your decisions based on the 4 pillars, based on the 4 elements, because those are the 4 pillars. If you're missing a pillar, if you're missing an element, especially in something that you're trying to build in your life for a long time, are you trying to build something to last? Are you trying to build something to last? There's the Queen of Wands. Because if you are, it better have all the pillars, motherfucker. It better. Otherwise, it's going to come down in a tower moment. That tower is going to fall. It's not going to last. Okay? If you're making a decision, make sure it's something built to last. Make sure what it is has the fire, has the water. Make sure you're thinking correctly about it, and make sure that it works on a physical level. Then you start to build. You have all the elements. This is a good fucking sign. For whatever this choice is, whatever this opportunity is, it's got them all. It's got them all. Someone got a full house here. Someone has a full motherfucking house. Do you understand? This person, who is it? It's all of us. You know why? Because fucking aces are popping up all the time, all around us. All around us. So if you let one possibility go and you believe that it wasn't for you, then a new one's gonna come up in its place. I promise you that. I promise you that. Okay? That's the magician. We create it all. We create it all. We can have this. We can have this, but there's only one way. You have to get to 9 before you get to 10 again. You have to finish the cycle. You have to be happy. You have to put yourself in the state that you already have it. Stop crying. This is crazy. Anything else? Jesus. Put yourself in the state that you already have it, okay? The Empress! Guys. The Empress really puts herself in a state of already having it. She divinatorily, in a divination sense. Yeah, stay open, number 3. You stay open to possibilities with number 3, the Empress, okay? You come out of the black and white thinking of the 2. You get to the 3. That's where the creation comes in. She's the creator because she's the mother. Mothers create, right? But we all have this within ourselves. So all the masculines need to have this sense of openness, this sense of flow and grace and ease when it comes to the things coming into their life. You have to be sure, okay? But either way, this is a divine match. We already have the divine counterparts. And that's the thing too. Okay, oh my God. I got the craziest vision last night. I just remembered it. It's all in our choices. I have no idea how I'm going to illustrate this. I have some really good channels coming in lately. I need to figure out a way to get it out to you guys. This is what it's all about, guys. We came here to enjoy love and to come together with our friends and our family and our lovers. We came here to be royalty. We are the torchbearers. We are the ones that are going to lead others through the dark. We are the ones that are going to lead others through the dark night. the collective dark night that we're going through, because we're all waking up to this. We're all waking up to this. We have a choice. This is the ultimate choice. This is the ultimate choice right now. It's either up or down. It's either the Hierophant or the devil. It's both. But we need to constantly be, because this is so heavy, we can't help but have this. We can't help but be pulled down to earth. We can't help but be affected by the gravity of being human. But we still got to get up every day. We got to get up and resist that gravity. That's what this means. This just means resisting gravity. Getting up off your fucking ass and doing something that lights you up inside. By doing something that lights you up inside. By going after the things that inspire you. This is what it means to follow the fire. This is what it means. We need to burn off the old ways. We need to burn off the devil. It's the upside down pentagram. It's the upside down pentagram, pentacle, for a reason. We get stuck of the earth. That's the Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. That means someone's waiting. Someone's waiting. The Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. What are we waiting for? What are you waiting for? Someone's thinking about something. Someone has invested something. This is investing your time, money, and energy. Hold on. Maybe someone has been waiting on something. Someone's been thinking about something. Especially in this deck, he's really pensive, right? And during this period of waiting, of suspending action, he's flipped his perspective. Let's see. He or she. Four of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Scarcity mindset. Maybe they're realizing that they have scarcity mindset. They're trying to have a calm mind. Maybe someone's just really starting to believe. They're starting to relax their mind and not just think about being left out in the cold. It could be thinking about investing in something. Someone is thinking it's an investment. You know, whatever this opportunity is, it's an investment. 7, right? You gotta have faith. When you make that decision at 6, you go into the dark with 7. You gotta have the chariot to the star. You gotta have your eye on the star and move forward in faith. If you make your decisions, if whatever you're investing in has all the pillars, then you don't need to worry about it. And you don't need to yell at the ground waiting for it to come. We have all of the tools. Someone's trying to flip their perspective when it comes to how they think about anything. They're realizing that there's a lack, a scarcity mindset here. And I really do like the way that they illustrate it in the 6, right? 6, 7, 8. I think I just saw that. Disappeared. You go into the church. These guys are out in the cold, out of the church. Okay, this is the Orient deck, so it's a little different. But the imagery is to go in and ask for help, to have faith. It's the only way to get out of this. It's the only way. Because when it comes down to it, you have to believe in something that can't be provable. You gotta believe in magic. If you don't wanna get stuck at the devil, 5 represents the devil. 5 represents the devil. Also represents the Hierophant. The Hierophant can be the devil. Our beliefs become, when we get stuck in our beliefs, becomes the devil. 5. We need to change the way that we're thinking. We need to have a little faith. Because the only way, if you try to explain it, Lovers, like in this one, one's the devil and one's the Hierophant. Or one's the Temptress and one's the Queen of the Heavens. One choice is easier, one choice is not. But remember what I always fucking say. We're playing a game here. We're playing the long run good game. All right? You cannot beat games by running away from the challenges. If we're playing a video game, and I'm using that analogy, then we cannot beat the game by backing down from it. Do you understand? Are you ready to step up to the motherfucking plate and fight the beast within? Are you ready? Go after what turns you on. Go after what lights you up. Justice. It's time to set the scales straight. The Emperor. Oh, is the Justice, the Emperor, and the Lovers with the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The Emperor needs to set the scales straight. There's an Emperor out here. This is for the little spin stuff. Who needs to set the scales straight. There needs to be more balance here. 10 of Cups. Guys, where's my 10 of Cups? Your happily ever after awaits. It just takes, what does it take? You know what it takes. It takes a little action. It takes the action. Okay, the Emperor is the active element, right? The ultimate action. 6 and then 7. Guys, you know what you want. You know it has all the pillars. Now you need to go in faith. Now you need to go in faith. 7, 7, 7, 7. Get to your 10. 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. There's nothing else I need to say. It's good. We create it. See yourself clearly. Take action. My kings and my queens. It's too good.